This video is sponsored by Christoph Frey. For excellent low-poly horror games, check the link in the description below for some of his works. What's up, y'all? Boogie Knight here, and welcome back to the Lorethrough. Thank y'all so much for continuing to join me on this journey. And once again, thank everybody who's given me tips, tricks, and strats to see how far I can go. When we last left off, our character, Raven Renegade, we were able to find the mysterious locket, and from which brought us into Oolacile. There was a couple things I do want to touch upon before I get started. One, I failed to mention that where we are in Oolacile happened centuries before where we currently are. So once again, as Dusk had talked about, which I had also discussed, no pun intended, we have traveled not only through a different dimension, but we have traveled far into the past because, like as I mentioned earlier, Oolacile, what we are now, will be in the present time Darkroot Garden. And the second thing is, you may notice that I have 0 souls and I am hollow. Well, I have actually, this is the third attempt I've done to fight the Sanctuary Guardian, because I tried to play this some time ago, probably about a week or so ago, and then the game crashed. Didn't make too much progress, but I did do enough to learn about strats, so I do want to try something new. I'm actually going to look at, I was actually watching E&B play some stuff a while ago, and he talks about power within. Now, what this is part of the pyromancy, so we don't have to worry about attunement or anything like that. But the pyromancy of Carmina, who harnessed the power of flame to actualize the inner self. Short strength, endurance boost, but you lose HP. So excessive power eats away the life force of its caster, and like all dangerous spells, power within is kept secret. So what this does is this increases our damage. I'm not sure to what percentage, but it also drains our energy, our health. So I'm going to try to see if Power Within actually works. And apparently we can't use it. Oh, wait, hang on. We got to go back to the bonfire. We got to attune it, so bear with me 1 second. Because Fire Orb is not something we're going to be using on this particular boss. So let's go ahead and attune magic and swap it out for Power Within. There we go. So with doing this now, we will be able to cast Power Within ourselves and watch the life bar. This is the first time I've actually ever used Power Within, but it gives your damage a decent boost, which I'm hoping will double the damage I have been using on, Nope, didn't want to do that. Well, carry on. There we go. I think this only lasts for about a minute, but I could be wrong. What I do is lightning dash. Bloodstain. Oh, hey! Look at my health going up top. Oh, that does a decent amount of health. And I'm probably dead. Through my poison. Notice the area of effect that the lightning spell does. Yep, definitely dead. Welcome back to Dark Souls. I'm not too concerned about getting back to my bloodstain. My main goal is to get enough hits off on the Sanctuary Guardian. Now, here's something I've noticed about the Sanctuary Guardian as well, is that... Why do we have... Oh, yeah, because, So check this out, a little exploit I noticed. We're actually going to warp back to, the Undead Parish. Now, once again, since we are able to travel back in time through the bonfires because of the Lord Vessel, we can exploit maybe a little bit of a cheat. Since we did kindle the bonfire at the Undead Parish, we have the ability to up our Estus back up, and now we can warp back to the Sanctuary Garden. Now, I'm not going to do this constantly. It's just a cheap little exploit that you can use. Now, something I noticed about the Sanctuary Guardian in the garden is that I can't find a lot of lore on it. It's the strange... I mean, so I don't know if Miyazaki and the FromSoft people decided that you know, they just want to have a simple creature that they can use as kind of a boss battle, kind of as almost a rite of passage. Notice the endurance that we keep going, that goes back up. Nope. I deserve that one. So, if we can keep Power Within going long enough to just get a few actual hits in, I think that's what we really need to do. But the trick is... Oh, yeah. We didn't, rest at the bonfire back in Sanctuary. Let's try that again. But you can see the effect that, Power Within does. I mean, it pretty much doubles the damage you do. I mean... Actually, let me try something very quickly. I want to see... So, we do 190 damage with the Battle Axe plus 10. We could double... I mean, I need to be able to keep my... Let's see, Dragon Tooth, Lightning Spear. I was trying to see if we have maybe like a Zweihander that we can use. Halberd, is that a two-hander? Yeah, it's a two-hander. Okay, so we do want to keep our... I think right now our best bet is to keep our Battle Axe plus 10. But I mean, if we had like a Zweihander that we could actually level up decently enough, we probably could do a sizable more amount of damage. But what I'm probably going to wind up doing is just farming for Titanite that I can use to eventually rack it up to, what's it called? The Quelaag's Fury Sword. But it's kind of cool that Pyromancy, that sodding hell. Really? Anyway, so you can tell that the Guardian can do up to 4 damages. Boom, boom. Okay, I'm gonna take it full in the face! Okay, you know what? Just kill me now. I think this is the most I've ever died fighting a boss. I've killed Capra more times. Okay, what the hell? I rested again at the other one. I thought I did. Sanctuary Garden. And then we'll rest again, and that should reset everything. That's the problem with the Sanctuary Guardian. I can't find any lore on it whatsoever, so I really feel like Miyazaki and FromSoft just thought, let's just see how powerful we can go. Let's reverse that. Which kind of sucks, because the last time that I fought this guy before the game decided to do the crash mode, I whittled him down to about halfway. So if I can stay close to him. There we go. I think if we stay close... that keeps him from doing that. Oopsie. Okay, now he's getting desperate. for a heal job. Boom. Boom. Ooh, that's a new move. Let's get a full heal job. Okay, now, yeah, I think we've exhausted power within, so we need to be a little more careful. Ooh, we definitely... Yeah, we're definitely exhausting power within, so let's be a little more careful. Oh, get out of the way! Now, if he hits us with the Manicore Tail, we'll definitely be poisoned. Yeah, notice that the AoE attack only goes in the water. If it's on land, then we're okay. 2, 3. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, we need a withdrawal. Oh my god, we were so close. So that's the secret. We power within. I don't think I'm going to make it to Artorias tonight, y'all. It's pretty late, and I am absolutely exhausted. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to Undead. Let's exploit the glitch. And then go back again. Because we need to have those 10, I think. You're just exploiting stuff. You're not being a true soldier. You know what, guy? You know what, Lloyd? I want to see you play this without anything. I am not Epic Name Bro. I'm not Cinder Thief either. I mean, both of those guys are just geniuses when it comes to that sort of thing. So, yeah, so I think the power within lasts for a couple minutes. If we can get the Guardian down to, like, a decent amount, like, it down to, like, the last part of the health, I think we should be okay. There we go. Oh, damn it. Unbelievable. I hate this thing. It's official, y'all. I have died more times fighting the Guardian than I have done fighting any boss. More... I killed the Capra Demon faster than this thing. I'm worried because I think this is going to turn into another incident where it took me 45 minutes like I did trying to fight Havel. It's been almost 15 minutes already. But yeah, no, I think I saw Ian B use power within when fighting the Fire Sage Demon, and he absolutely clobbered him with it. At least I think it was the Fire Sage Demon. I could be wrong. Now, I know there's actually a way to cut the tail off. You just gotta... It's the stupid AoE attacks that really bother me. Because we're just wasting time. Oh, it's that double attack. go back to my old videos just to do a tally of how many times I died fighting certain bosses. I think Kappa was 6 or 7. I mean, I know I need to increase my endurance so I can bring my endurance up. I think that's part of it. Poison attack, we're good. Okay, I got greedy there because I couldn't see where I was going. That was my fault. Power Withens definitely are saving grace. I mean, it took us, I don't know how many times to kill Havel. This is probably on par with Havel. Now just watch, I'm gonna one-off Artorias after this. Just, I can feel it at this point. Anyways, so let's just, since we're doing this non-stop battle with the Guardian, here's what I don't quite understand, is every boss in this game has some sort of connection to it. The Moonlight Butterfly is a machination of Seat, for example. Queeleg is a fragment of Chaos, an offshoot of oh, you trying to go for a jump attack. Okay, I got greedy again. That was my fault. I was up against the wall. Anyway, so let's think for a second here. The Asylum Demon is pretty much that. Making sure the undead don't leave the Asylum. We have the two Bell Guardians, i.e. the Gargoyles and Queeleg. Those make sense. Havel, okay. Iron Tarkus, or not Tarkus, the Iron Golem was the one that was used to make sure that people did not escape to Anor Londo. Nowhere in the lore does it talk about a gigantic mana core protecting Oolacile. Now, the only thing I could think of is somehow maybe this is a progenitor to the Hydra, since remember, this is Dark Root of the Past. So it could be that, but I don't see anything anywhere. Ooh, I go ahead the stun lock on him. Let's just keep circle strafing. We gotta just get one hit. And then don't begin to Estus. We're almost there. It's about to wear off, I think. Okay, one more hit and we've got it. He has done it. Sod that demon like it's nobody's business. Alright, so we are going to go back to the bonfire. At least we got some humanity, and we are going to do a quick level job. But the big thing right now is I want to heal. And I want to save, because I don't ever want to have to deal with that nonsense again. Okay, let's go ahead and up that. The endurance, definitely. Yeah, there we go. And now, we can actually proceed onward with the game. And I might off-camera see about trying to find Titanite once again. But now let's go ahead and get our bloodstain back, and let's pursue a little bit of Oolacile, and see if we can also find another bonfire. Because I believe the next boss that we come to is the great Artorias, once proud knight of Gwyn. I believe there's also a character coming up that we can interact with. We shall find out. Oolacile Sanctuary. Look at this place. Now, there's something I do want to look at while I'm around here somewhere, when we're in Oolacile proper, because apparently there's some stuff that we can see. But first, we need to go talk. Ooh, hang on, we have a bonfire here. Let's light this sucker up. And let's go talk to her.
Well, look at this one. From what faraway age hast thou come? Thy scent is very human indeed, but not intolerable. Ah, Princess Dusk's savior. Thine aura is precisely as she described. I thank thee deeply for rescuing Her Highness, but Princess Dusk is here no longer, snatched away by that horrifying primeval human. And so I must ask, couldst thou once more play the savior?
Of course, Elizabeth. Be more than honored to.
Thank you. I am Elizabeth, guardian of this sanctuary. Something of a godmother to Princess Dusk. I shall assist thee to my utmost, for I am one with the sorceries of Oolacile.
Oh. So that's a little piece of, nice, interesting piece of lore that Elizabeth drops on us. So, she is aware that we rescued Dusk from the Crystal Golem, then came back to her time here only to be snatched away from that primeval human, i.e. Manus. That's a lore drop right there, saying that it was the primeval human, because I want to tell you something, and I'm not going to go into it right now. I won't do it until after I finish the DLC, but I want you to think about that for 1 second. And now, with Elizabeth, we can also purchase repair powder and gold pine resin, as well as additional sorceries. Now, she doesn't... and ivory catalyst, apparently. Sorcery catalyst of the lost land of Oolacile, formed by enchanted white bark branches. The white bark boosts sorcery adjustment, but the sorceries of the lost land are gentle and not affected by the intelligence. Hidden weapon, what does that do? Hang on. No, it turns the weapon invisible. Okay, just... But we can also have gold pine resin, which is very good.
May the flames guide thee.
Now, that's a new, closing comment that Elizabeth says. I don't think we've ever heard, may the flames guide thee. I think it's more like praise the sun, the usual stuff. Actually, let's go back and talk to her a little more. I want to see if we can come up with any other thing about Dusk. Something of a godmother.
Struggling. If there's anything thou shalt see further on, an abyss was begat of the ancient beast, and threatens to swallow the whole of Oolacile. Knight Artorias came to stop this, but such a hero has nary a murmur of dark. Without doubt he will be swallowed by the abyss, overcome by its utter blackness. Indeed, the abyss may be unstoppable. Still, I have faith that Princess Dusk may be rescued yet.
Anything else you want to
Thou
say?
shalt see an abyss
Okay,
not
yeah.
without end.
So,
May the flames guide thee.
now this is where things become interesting, because the initial concept behind Artorias was, and this is according to what Vatividya has confirmed, is that Artorias was commissioned by Lord Gwyn to march into the Abyss and sacrifice himself to stop the Abyss from tainting the rest of the world. Now, for those that are wondering who are not up on the lore, that means probably a chunk of y'all, for all intents and purposes, the Abyss is kind of like an interdimensional realm of chaos. And basically, anybody who has any kind of contact with the Abyss goes insane and mutates, and was created by a creature known as Manus. That's all you really need to know right now. I will go into that more later on. But look at this for 1 second. Look familiar? You can see more of Darkroot. In fact, we crossed this bridge when we reached Darkroot, I believe. And what have we here? Airplane things. We can go there. Oh, that's what I hear. These things don't take too much to kill. They do a pretty number on you. So this is the area we ran into Alvina, I believe, and the Forest Hunter Covenant. I want to be a little bit careful right now. If we get to Artorias, I don't think I'm going to fight him tonight. I just want to kind of get a lay of the land here. Oh! Oh! Hi, how are you? Okay. I kind of want to get my bloodstain back. I think we'll play for just a little bit longer. I didn't want to have this entire episode going on about fighting the Guardian. I do want to explore a little bit of Oolacile, but that creature was crazy. But once again, I do intend to use Power Within more often than when fighting bosses. Like maybe actually, when I get my bloodstain back, I'll probably go back to Elizabeth and get some resins. I'll probably also crunch some souls. Mainly. Oh, we tried to go for a double and failed. If I could double down on those folks, that'd be amazing. Kind of skirt the edge here for a second. Night is falling. Just like in Darkroot Guard. I wonder, actually, if a lot of these creatures that we've run into are similar, or spirits of the past from the old Forest Hunter Covenant. And I wonder if there's another bonfire outside of, Artorias. That would be nice. No stonies. Where are you, stonies? They're just kind of hanging out over there. Lots more of... Those almost look like the gardeners from, what is it? Undead Settlement in Dark Souls 3. And for those that are wondering, if y'all really do want to see more... What the hell? Oh, I know where we are. More lore of the Soul stuff. I will probably continue to do some Dark Souls stuff, but that's entirely based upon what y'all like. As y'all know, I have finished Through the Woods, and I'm going to move on to... Oh. I'm going to move on to Absalom. What is this thing? Guardian Gauntlets. Let's take a quick look really quickly. The Stone Knights are golems animated by magic and have their enchanted gauntlets impressively heavy. This is Knight Gauntlets. Okay, so we can up those, I think. Magic defense. So Knight Gauntlets are okay. Oh, these hard leather is still better. Bleed resist. Wanderer manchette. Black leather gloves. Sorcerers, no. Black iron. You know, let's go and equip that. Stats-wise, we're still... Wow, I think we're... No, we can't. We gotta go back. Otherwise, we're already fat rolling. Okay, there we go. We're still below fat rolling status now. What is down here? Well, I suspect that'll be a shortcut at some point. I think our goal is to get there. Now, I think somewhere around here we actually have the ability to see Sen's Fortress. I think. I could be wrong. I know I'm kind of skirting the edges right now, because I just am not sure what to expect. Now, if we were in Darkroot Garden, that would be the area leading to Artorias' grave, and then in turn would be our fight with Sif. Now, a lot of people do the Sif fight pretty quickly, because Sif supposedly isn't too difficult, but I'm doing the DLC before I fight Sif for a big reason. And that's because if we find Sif in the DLC and save her or him, or not sure what breed. Sif is generally a female name since it does hail from Norse gods. So I think I'm... Whoa! Oh! Calamite. So that was Calamite. We'll learn more about Calamite later on. Something's up here. Oh, hell. So, a Stone Knight followed us. That's rich. Let's just go and see if we can outrun him. So we have bleed on you. Okay, so we de-aggroed him. Something's happening. And nope, never mind, he followed us. Back to the bonfire. I thought we'd actually de-aggro him. do I go? So that was embarrassing. So I think this is probably as good of a place as any to call it a session. I've been playing for about 45 minutes or so, and I think next time we'll actually explore Oolacile primarily, and that way we can look a little bit more about the surrounding areas. I do want to see if I can find Sen's Fortress. I think we should be able to see it from here. Once again, I do apologize for this kind of being a shorter episode, and once again, it is late, and I'm not feeling the greatest right now. So I'm going to just try and get a little bit of sleep tonight. Keyword try before I start the madness again. But once again, I do want to thank everybody for your encouragement, for your advice. If you do have some tips and tricks for me, let me know in the comments below. I do read every comment. I try to reply to every comment. Also, a big, massive thank you to Christoph Ray for being the sponsor of the Boogie Night Project. If y'all like excellently done low-poly horror games with an emphasis on story and atmosphere and character development, definitely check out his page. Links in the description below. I guarantee you will not be let down. So, of course, with that being said, before I call it a session, if you like the Boogie Night Project and you want to find out more, I do have a Twitter page as well as a public Discord channel, and links to both of those are in the description below, as well as a link to my temporarily down Twitch page until the next couple of weeks. And if you're so morbidly fascinated, my Patreon. Otherwise, I hope you all have a fantastic night, and I'll catch you on the flip side, alright? Peace.